Hey everybody, Ed here with the Digital Digest, and today I wanted to give you guys another look at the Motorola Droid RAZR, because part of that ICS leak that I showed you guys a couple of days ago was a revamped Webtop experience. So what you're looking at right now is from that official leak of 4.0.3 ICS, the new Webtop beta experience. It's version 3.0. I'm not showing you guys the splash screen. Clearly we're connected already. This is the Lapdock 500 Pro, so it's outputting to a 14-inch screen, and essentially Motorola decided that, look, they knew they created a unique product. There's still nothing like it on the market. Soon there will be other devices similar, but for now, still the only one. And basically the piece of software they were using there was, a little Linux-like piece of software with a Mozilla Firefox desktop browser that really just struggled on the platform because, in my opinion, it wasn't designed for the experience. So even though the concept was great, execution wasn't. So basically the rebuild process here, at least from what I can tell so far in this leak, was to simply let the Webtop experience default to what is now the ICS tablet experience. Clearly you lose the on-screen multi-touch capability since, the Lapdock is more like a notebook or netbook than a tablet. No multi-touch screen here. You've just got a full-size keyboard and multi-touch touchpad, which is still, just okay, not a fantastic one, but it does work. You've got your front-facing webcam. So really turning this device into a far more functional laptop, notebook, netbook replacement, really depending on your needs. But as you can see, right now I'm using multi-touch to swipe through the different home screens, pretty much a stock environment here from what you'd expect from ICS, and part of that is of course having Chrome. Now Chrome is in beta, clearly not optimized for this, but luckily because we do have a compatibility mode included in the Webtop version, you are able to scale this for the Webtop environment, and it does work. Load times are good, but as you can see, scrolling is a little bit finicky, especially compared to the stock browser, which I'm going to show you in a moment. Just want to show you loading up, another web page so you get a feel for load times. Here's CNN. And as you can see, fairly quick. I think if you were to match this against the original Webtop, the previous generation, you would see there is a significant difference. But again, this is not optimized. You can see the scrolling is struggling. So instead of showing you guys something that may be ironed out in beta, or especially with the update from Chrome moving out of beta, which is about to happen, let's look at the stock Motorola browser, because I can tell you operation is night and day over here. So CNN is loading up right now. As you can see, a lot faster right out of the gate, and scrolling is about as fast as it could possibly be. Now it does take a second for things to resolve, gain resolution, but just really fast. Of course, no pinch to zoom here, not part of the multi-touch capabilities of this touchpad. You can, of course, zoom in and out though with a double tap. But performance really good. I'll load up one other page just so you guys can see some loading up. Let's try Engadget, another graphic heavy site. And so far I've just been really blown away with the performance of this device. After all, it does again have all of those specs for an ICS tablet, so no reason that this shouldn't have been the very first approach, but Motorola was trying to do something proprietary and unique. Unfortunately, sometimes the simple road is the easiest path and also the best path to take, especially in this case. And you can see the scrolling is just really fast. It can't even resolve quickly enough to keep up with it, but really just night and day compared to the previous generation of Webtop. I know I've said that a couple times, but I can't stress it enough, especially since this is only a beta. So expect good things from the official version. Let's go ahead and jump over to YouTube for a second. I want to show you guys how that operates. Here's a high quality sample of the RAZR clip I posted the other day. I'm actually going to skip ahead. This is all over LTE, by the way, in case you were wondering, as indicated in the lower right corner of the video. In line, this is of course the mobile version. Let's go full site. Loading up. This is of course over LTE. And they're just finished loading. So, I mean, so far, I really like what I'm seeing, and that's coming from a leak, which it's very rare that I could tell you guys I've installed a leak and I'm impressed with. Yeah, and I'll reiterate that because the fact that the leak is running so well, I have really high expectations for what Motorola is going to do in the official build. Now, keep in mind, this is going to work for phones like the Bionic, of course the RAZR MAXX, any future phones. As far as other carriers, I'm not going to speak to that ICS update because, frankly, this is still a leak, and I don't want to mislead anyone right now. But as far as the RAZR MAXX, and eventually the Bionic are concerned, you're going to see this, environmental change for the Webtop. Another key factor, the price of the Lapdocks has taken a dive. You can find, I've seen this Lapdock 500 Pro go for as low as $150, even though it started out up at over $300. And the other older versions, such as the 100 and even, last gen, the Bionic specific one, those have all, been clearanced out at one point or another. So really, in my mind, a great accessory to pick up now. If you were on the fence, don't even think about it anymore because at the price you're paying, it will completely change your device. So I give Motorola a lot of credit for a great original concept in this product, and even more credit for actually turning it into now an impressive piece of equipment, which will only be improved, I hope, in the next generation of lapdocs. Other noteworthy things I want to tell you as I wrap this up. Controls for things like, as you can notice in the lower right corner, it shows the two batteries independently for the Lapdock and for the phone, because it does charge your phone while it's connected, since the phone is powering the entire experience. There is an onboard battery, of course, so that does extend the life of your entire experience, but a lot of the little settings that were part of that light Linux piece of software, I shouldn't keep calling it light because it was sluggish to say the least, that were very easily accessed in a control panel that was in the upper right corner, are now buried in the menus. Not in love with that. Hopefully things like, it's not a big deal, but pointer speed for the mouse in regard to the touchpad, things of that nature, those kind of settings were all, on the home screen. Now they've been buried in traditional settings. Seems like it was the easy way to go since those things are built into ICS. I understand why Moto did that, but it would be nice to see them be reintroduced into the lower right corner, because right now all you've got is essentially keyboard selection, control of your Ethernet port, of course your time, and then turning your radio off and checking battery status. But overall, really liking this update. I think everyone will agree this is part of the beauty of Android. One of the things I love, products always evolving. Your phone does not get old like many of the competitors out there. They keep it fresh, and who would have thought, what is it now, 6 months since the RAZR came out, that the Webtop experience would be taken to a whole nother level. So really exciting. Looking forward to seeing that official update. If you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to post them. And of course, I will update all of you with my experience with the Lapdock as I get to spend more time with this new Webtop 3.0 beta version of this experience. Again, any questions or comments, please feel free to post them. And of course, as usual, please feel free to subscribe. Later.